messed up, but it would be Rob Pearson, the director of PPS, accompanied by coordinator Kathy Walk.
Good evening, Board President Flores, members of the board, Superintendent Dr. Miranda, Executive Cabinet, and members of the public. Tonight, we get to celebrate Zyril Mallet, one of our speech language pathologists, and we say SLPs for short. It's a lot of pressure when you're around a speech language pathologist to make sure you speak correctly, but I'll do my best. Here are some of the wonderful things her colleagues said about her. Zyril is an exceptional person and an outstanding colleague. She encompasses what it means to be part of a team. She goes out of her way to help her fellow staff while also dedicating her time and energy to the students she serves. Zyril is the type of person who volunteers before someone even has to ask. She deserves recognition for her work and spirit. She is a huge asset to the speech therapy department. She has done many amazing things above and beyond her regular duties for our speech team. She provides knowledgeable information within her field as well as technological advice that has helped make the SLP's lives so much easier. They are also grateful and appreciative for all that she does. One of our new SLPs shared that she is new to the school district and it's been challenging to navigate through all the procedures. It's special ed, of course, right? And Zyril has been so incredibly helpful in the SLP team. She is always willing to collaborate and help others find solutions to challenges. She is never short of creative ideas and always willing to share them. We admire her calming presence and positive attitude and she brings every day. Many are so thankful to have the opportunity to work alongside such a dedicated, compassionate individual. The speech department and PPS is so lucky and grateful to have Zyril, and she deserves to be celebrated. Thank you for being you. I'd like to say a few words and introduce your family.
I wasn't aware we're supposed to speak. And so despite being speech therapist, it's hard for me to speak too. So I can definitely relate with my students. But thank you to the board members, superintendent, and audience for this opportunity to speak to you and also to highlight a department that doesn't really get much recognition. With me tonight are my parents who have instilled my work ethic and just everything in life. My father, Ponchano Mallet, and my mother, Aloha Mallet. Okay.
Good job. Great accompanier. One more round of applause for Zyril, please. Our next employee recognition recipient is Tiffany Hampton, principal of Slover Mountain High School. Honoring Ms. Hampton is Dr. Ortiz, Assistant Superintendent of Student Services.
Good evening, everyone. I have the honor this evening of introducing and speaking about Ms. Hampton as the Assistant Superintendent over the Colton cohort. And Ms. Hampton and her wonderful Slover Mountain High School is in my cohort. So I feel like it's an award for me too, but that's a joke, everybody. Tough crowd. All right. Ms. Hampton is the first African-American woman to serve as a secondary principal in Colton Joint Unified School District. She connects exceptionally well with any student and adult under her leadership. She is approachable and exhibits a very pleasant and friendly personality. She's a mentor to new teachers as well as seasoned teachers of both gen ed and special education. She takes the time to establish meaningful relationships with students and families for which that population at Slover Mountain is critical. She leads with integrity, compassion, and equity, and as she is always advocating for her students and staff. As she says, she fights for the underdog, which is very evident as she's always available to her scholars 24/7. It's not surprising that students stop by her office to say hi or need a heartfelt conversation from her. Without a doubt, Ms. Hampton leads by example and models her belief of family first. As far as being recognized for her hard work, Ms. Hampton has received the Region 12 Administrator of the Year Award for Continuation Ed Options. She received the Educational Medal of Honor Award from San Bernardino County City Schools in 2021. And recently, under her leadership, Slover Mountain High School was recognized as a California Model Continuation High School by CDE. She's also a very active community leader in her sorority chapter and APAC coordinator. She's the equity representative for CJUSD MAC, or Management Association of Colton, social media liaison for AXA Region 12, and a member of the Ambiance Committee for the California Continuation Education Association. She's spoken at various conferences to change the stigma of continuation high schools. Ms. Hampton has so many attributes that I can't get to tonight, but if you get the chance to meet her too, you will be infected with the love and energy that she gives to everyone she encounters. Colton Joint, Slover Mountain High School, and I are beyond blessed to have Ms. Hampton to serve alongside of us. And hashtag you can't spell Slover without love. So congratulations as well.
Love you too. Definitely a pleasure when I received the email. I was like, who are they talking about? Who's that? And then now hearing it's like, who are they talking about? But I really do enjoy what I do. I love our student population. I love all the students at the other high schools, middle schools, the ones who are to come. Definitely not the traditional way. I said this yesterday, but definitely a way that is conducive to learning for many, many students out there. And it's just a blessing. It's a pleasure to be able to be in this capacity and to make so many life changes with our students. And so I don't only learn from, my colleagues, but I learn from these students each and every day as we work with them. And so again, a blessing to be home. Again, I was a student at Harupa Vista, Ruth O. Harris, Bloomington High School. And so it's amazing to be back here and even be the principal for students whom are children of those I went to high school with, even to this day. So thank you very much for entrusting me in this position, and it's definitely a blessing. Thank you.
One more round of applause for Mrs. Hampton. And last but not least, as you're aware, for our employee recognition process, we'd like to recognize educational partners as well. And so tonight, we'd like to recognize Robin Buckles, Virtual Enterprise CRIWOP teacher for Bloomington High School. And honoring her this evening will be Yvette Roman, principal of Bloomington High School.
I'd like to also invite Elena Hernandez, the CRIWOP, is it director? Is that your title? Program manager, thank you. It takes a team. Good evening, Board President Flores, members of the board, Superintendent Dr. Miranda, and members of the audience. It is an honor and pleasure to recognize Robin Buckles for her exceptional contributions to our Bruin Country community. Robin has been a CRIWOP employee and has been a teacher at Bloomington High School since 2014. Robin has dedicated countless hours towards preparing students to prepare and present business plans that identify and solve current and real-world problems. With her support, the Virtual Enterprise Program has advanced to nationals in New York 3 times. Robin is friendly, kind, and encouraging. She has taught our students skills that they will use for a lifetime, and she is loved and respected by her students and colleagues. Robin is positive and supportive. When problems arise, she seeks to find solutions and goes above and beyond to meet the needs of her students and the Business Pathway program. Robin continues to forge formidable partnerships with many industry advisors, including the Entrepreneurship Center at Cal State San Bernardino and Small Business Administration. She regularly invites industry partners to guest speak and to be mock judges when the business plan teams practice their presentations, which lead to many of their successes. Her colleagues shared the following comments. For the past 7 years, I have worked with Robin and have watched her coach our students to success. She has taken our Business Pathway students and has contributed to their continued growth. Our Business Pathway is a strong program, and Robin's Capstone Virtual Enterprise class is a culminating experience that really prepares our students for a future in the business world. We are fortunate to have been able to showcase students all the way to nationals competition with her as their teacher and mentor. We at Bloomington High School are proud of the work that Robin has accomplished and are thankful to have her at Bloomington High School. Educators like her leave lasting impressions on students. She truly is a difference maker who shapes the lives of her students and empowers them to dream bigger, move forward, and achieve their goals. Thank you, Robin, for being you and giving your all to our students at Bloomington High School, and we very much appreciate you.
I think I've cried up here a few times, and I think I've usually started by saying, it's not about me, it's about the kids. Oh, but it's about me tonight. So thank you. I'm blessed, appreciative, and truly I enjoy working. I love what I do. Elena Kryrop, thank you for having me. Actually, I have to thank Elena for taking a higher position so I could take her position. So thank you. And of course, my husband said he wasn't going to stand, but he's going to. Mr. Buckles, can you please stand? I have to thank him because he puts up with me and he listens to me, whether I'm happy, mad, sad, mad. He just puts up with all of that. But thank you to everybody. This is great. Thank you. Here.
Brandon, can I make a comment? I just want to make a comment.
Sure, sure.
Something that I was very pleased and surprised to learn, because I've noticed on Ms. Buckles' social media that she is a national champion for roller skating. So in several different categories. And not only does she love our students at Bloomington High School, but from 7 to 17, ages 7 to 17, she coaches and trains students from up in the Victorville area and has taken them as well to nationals. And those students have also won many awards. So I think she doesn't just do what she does at Bloomington. She's just an amazing woman who is so compassionate and loves taking care of kids. And we're very blessed to have her.
Yeah. And one more round of applause for Mrs. Buckles, please. And thank you, Mrs. Hart. That brought back memories because World on Wheels in LA and Skate Junction in West Covina, I'm not as good as probably Mrs. Buckles, but I can try. But just want to thank everyone and offer our heartfelt congratulations to all of our winners tonight. We want to encourage all our CJUSD staff to continue to vote to acknowledge our staff that go above and beyond for not only our students, but for each other. So thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Assistant Superintendent Dade. It's always very nice and part of our meetings when we can welcome our new management and also to highlight our exceptional employees. And we're moving on to another highlight. which is our students. You know, you're always the highlight. So I would like to invite our principal from Colton High School, Principal Abbott, to introduce his students.
Good evening, Board President Flores, Superintendent Dr. Miranda, Board of Education members, Executive Cabinet, colleagues, families, community, and especially our students. Tonight, Colton High School students, Alessandra, Denise, and Duke will highlight what has been going on at Colton High School for you this evening.
Good evening, Board President Flores, members of the board, Superintendent Miranda, Executive Cabinet, and community members. My name is Alessandra Billy, and I am the Renaissance President at Colton High.
And my name is Duke Medina, the ASB President here at Colton High School.
Good afternoon. My name is Denise Diaz, and I'm the Senior Class President at Colton High School.
To start off, we'd like to talk about last year's grad night. So on May 21st, the class of 2022 celebrated their grad night with a spectacular time at Disneyland and California Adventure at Disney Park. According to several graduates, they had the night of their lives. On May 14th, members of Renaissance Leadership Group put together our annual All-School Spring Awards ceremony. Previous to this event, we had organized each awards ceremony of the 2021 to 2022 school year at the football stadium due to COVID restrictions. However, on this day, we were able to celebrate students in a much more comfortable location within the Hub's gym. We honored students awarded special recognition for the Pepper Bow and Yearbook, 8 students who passed the nursing exam, 73 students were awarded PBIS medals and certificates, 138 students awarded Student of the Month, which includes a certificate and a Student of the Month lanyard for months January to May, 21 students their ELL proficiency certificate, and 10 seniors recognized for completing the welding pathway. Senior breakfast. On May 24th, the class of 2022 enjoyed a delicious pancake breakfast cooked by Champs Hospitality Pathways with culinary teacher Mr. Buckles as their lead. Senior walks. One of the last activities that the class of 2022 partook in before their graduation night was senior walks. While dressed in their caps and gowns, seniors were able to visit their elementary schools and middle schools. They were greeted by old teachers and current students as congratulations for making their way through elementary to the end of high school. Senior Awards Night. In the NPR on the night of May 24th, 50 students earned the biliteracy seal to be placed on their diploma. 20 students were awarded scholarships ranging from $200 to $2,000. 10 students committed to enlisting in one of the military branches, and over 120 students were awarded medals for earning a 3.0 or higher during high school. And for graduation. Lastly, the class of 2022 culminated their senior year with a dazzling graduation ceremony on a cool spring evening. Decked in leis, money garlands, cultural and academic stoles, students walked the stage in an excited procession. The night ended with Pursuit of Happiness playing as fireworks decorated the night sky. For our fall sports. During this fall season, girls volleyball hosted their senior night on September 30th. These athletes had a successful season as their win total has surpassed the last 2 years combined. Currently, our Colton girls tennis team ranks second in the San Andreas League. If they win out, the ladies will win a league title. Football stands undefeated in this year's league play. They project to make the playoffs out of the Skyline League as they continue their hard work. And Colton's cheer squad participated in the UCLA Spirit Day on September 17th. They also had the honor of performing during the halftime at UCLA's game against the South Alabama Jaguars. And the cross-country girls team placed second in the San Andreas meet just last week. From July 26th to July 29th, both our varsity and JV cheerleaders attended a USA Showtime camp at the Shearton Fairplex complex in Pomona. There, they not only learned greater cheer material, but also created bonds for the upcoming season. They even won 3 spirit sticks while in attendance. Link crew. Throughout the school year, Link Crew conducts freshman follow-ups every first and third Wednesday of the month. Upperclassmen take the time to bond with freshmen in order to build a sense of community between varying age groups. On top of this, Link Crew also put together Student of the Month awards for their freshmen.
To kick off the 2022 school year, registration was held in late July to welcome students back on campus in preparation for the new school year. Our Yellow Jackets were then welcomed back onto campus on August 3rd, being welcomed by cheer rallying them in, followed by Link Crew leaders holding up posters with positive affirmations. To support students coming back onto campus, the Wellness Center hosted multiple wellness activities during both lunches and during the first week of school. On top of this, parents were also welcomed back onto campus to meet teachers on Back to School Night held on August 24th. And freshman luau. In order to welcome our incoming freshmen with the transition into high school, Link Crew hosted their annual freshman luau. This event, held in our MAC gym, consisted of many activities, games, and music for our class of 2026. Continuing forward with our senior sunrise. Class of 2023 then got to open up their senior year with their 70s groovy theme senior sunrise, held on August 12th. Donuts were served as the class hung out on the football field listening to music and watching the sunrise. We then also held our Leadership Summit at Colton High School. We hosted the CJUSD Annual Leadership Summit for all 5 high schools and 4 middle schools on August 20th. Students from various schools went to a variety of sessions on learning how to be a better leader on campus. They went from classes learning how to make balloons to also classes on learning the importance of equity. Some sessions were even taught by yours truly and other students on campus. We could not have done this without the help of Silver Mountain High School, who we joined with together. At the end of the day, participants were also given a goodie bag that went with our Mission Impossible theme. Falling forward, on September 2nd, our Renaissance hosted our Semester 2 award ceremony with special highlights being top 10 for 10th and 12th grade levels were honored. 75 students earned a medal for passing an AP exam in May of 2022, with 14 students earning a 5 on an AP exam. 263 students earned Principal's Honor Roll for Semester 2 of the 2021-22 school year, and 158 students earned Honor Roll for Semester 2 for 2021-2022. Club Rush. Over 30 organizations had tables out during both lunches to get signups for new members to show Yellow Jackets what CHS had to offer. We had clubs that range from gaming club, eco-friendly club, and even fashion club. Continuing forward, we had our Welcome Back rally, and in preparation for our rally, we had a Spirit Week that consisted of days such as Sorority Day, Western Day, and many more. And of course, nothing welcomes back students better than a Welcome Back rally like ours, which was hosted on August 26th. We had performances from cheer, band, and drumline, which was followed by the presentation of our fall sports, which consisted of football, cheer, tennis, cross country, and volleyball. Wellness Center also hosted on September 13th and 15th different activities at both lunches to bring awareness to suicide prevention. Staff and student birthdays. In order to celebrate every staff and student's birthday, Renaissance created beautifully decorated birthday cards featuring a fun-sized candy bar and a warm birthday message to pass out to students born in July, August, and September. For each staff member born in those months, Renaissance created special personalized birthday cards that sport some of their favorite movies and series. On September 14th, our Heal Pathway hosted their annual blood drive with live stream to fuel our community hospitals with blood donations. Over 50 students donated blood this day. Leadership Synergy. Our 2022 Leadership Synergy was held on August 31st in the MAC gym. Various leadership groups from campus, including 9th grade Avid, participated in this activity and created bonds with one another.
Our 53rd Annual Swarm Invitational was held on September 3rd here at CHS. In total, over 700 athletes participated from over 26 schools, which makes for some good competition. During the swarm, various groups on campus offer their support for our cross-country team by volunteering their time by either hydrating athletes or giving them directions during the meet. Our senior info meeting on September 13th was held in the MPR during sixth period. This time, students gathered for an initial meeting to learn more exciting news that will unfold during their senior year. Later on in the evening, the parents of our seniors attended their own meeting, which they gained much needed information for their seniors year, such as cap and gown prices and senior portraits. Step Up Saturday School. Like usual, CHS is continuing to host Step Up Saturday School sessions where students can study and improve their attendance. So far, we have hosted 2 sessions where over 150 students attended. Homecoming Spirit Week. To hype up Homecoming Week on campus, we created a Spirit Week inspired by Vegas elements to incorporate our casino night theme. One example was Greek games at Caesar's Palace, which incorporated wearing sporty gear at a nod to Caesar's Palace Hotel. Our Homecoming Rally. Although our rally fell on an unconventional Thursday, this did not disrupt our homecoming spirit. At both rallies, we recognized our underclassmen royalty, as well as our senior prince and princess court. We also got performances from student groups on campus, such as our very own cheer team, drumline, dance team, and a student grupo, Los de R, which was a showstopper. Our homecoming parade and halftime show. Later on that evening, this is when the real festivities started. Our parade began at Colton Middle School and marched all the way down Rancho back to our football stadium. Homecoming royalty rode in Corvettes, while many other sports teams, clubs, classes, and community organizations rode in their self-made floats. At the start of our halftime show, our homecoming royalty were escorted down the field by their families, friends, and even teachers, and they were presented in front of our full stadium. Our homecoming king and queen were soon revealed through their names being spelled out in the student section. Our homecoming dance. Our casino night homecoming dance was held outside of our MPR on October 1st with the entertainment to light up the night. To play on our theme, we had actual casino games such as blackjack, roulette, craps, and poker, and of course there is no money involved because, yeah. It was definitely a night to remember with the glistening lights and elegant decor. PBAS. Every week on Wednesdays, CHS continues to hold our informational advisory lessons. During some of these periods, we cover our PBAS expectations. Upcoming activities and events. Senior portraits on campus with prestige portraits. Hispanic Heritage Month celebration is coming up on October 14th. Ranging from October 17th to October 21st, we have our Unity Week. Additionally, we have our all-school synergy hosted by Lean Crew on October 26th. Senior night for football, band, and cheer on October 28th. College fair during the dates October 31st to November 4th. An ASB-sponsored canned food drive in November. Renaissance is hosting our second blood drive on November 9th. And an all-school Semester 1 award ceremony on December 2nd. Moving forward, we also have our very own Denise Diaz, who will be traveling to London, England this coming December 26th to January 2nd. As a selected All-American cheerleader to perform in the London New Year's Parade. I'd like to welcome her back to speak further upon this subject.
Thank you, Duke. Again, good evening. My name is Denise Diaz, and I'm a current senior at Colton High School. I have been a part of the varsity cheer team since my freshman year. During my last 2 seasons, we attended USA varsity camps that gave me the opportunity to try out to be an All-American cheerleader, which is a cheerleader that represents the proper worthy spirit and leadership. If chosen, the cheerleader is invited to perform at a selected event. Last year, I was the only athlete chosen from my team as an All-American, and I was invited to participate in the Pearl Harbor Memorial Parade in Hawaii. However, due to high cost, I was unable to attend. This past July, I was again selected as an All-American cheerleader with the opportunity to now travel to London, England to perform in the 2023 New Year's Parade. This makes me a 2-time All-American cheerleader, and considering this is my senior year, we are really trying to raise the funds to send my mom and I on this trip. And this is an opportunity for a lifetime for me, and I hope this is the one that I get to go to. We have been working on our fundraising journey since back in August to try and raise the needed $7,300. Through a running GoFundMe and an at-home food run fundraiser, we have been able to raise almost $4,000 on our own. With the last few payments fast approaching, I am seeking if my Colton Joint Unified School District would be able to help me fund the remaining cost of $3,300. In doing so, you would be sending me as the first cheerleader since 2019 to participate in one of these USA varsity events. This funding would not be in vain, as I'm a dedicated part of my school, of not only my school, as shown today, but also in my community. I'm currently the class of 2023 senior class president, while also being the National Honor Society president on campus. In addition, I am the top 5 of my class and have been so for all of my high school career, keeping a consistent 4.5 GPA while tackling many AP and honors classes. On top of this, as some may remember, I was awarded here at the board for graduating from Majority Leader Eloise Reyes' Young Legislator Program last year, and since then, I have spoken at some of her press conferences as well. Aside from academics, simply put, cheerleading is just my passion. I've always loved supporting my school from the sidelines, and I'm now in the position in hopes where you guys can support me. Many of you have seen my face before, and it will not be the last. These are just some of the few things that would make me a great representative of CJUSD and the city of Colton in London as a 2-time All-American. Please take my request into consideration, and I hope to schedule or discuss something soon in hopes that you help me make my goal to cheer in London possible. Thank you.
Questions from the board?
Board members? Okay, Board Member Fuentes.
Very, very great presentation. Thank you very much. A lot of great things going on at Colton High School. And I wish I was a cheerleader, man. Congratulations on that, Denise. And we'll be talking. Duke, I like the haircut, man.
Thank you so much.
Loving it. And just wanted to say congratulations. I know you guys have done a lot. You guys are the leadership there at Colton High School. Mr. Abbott, congratulations. Ms. Thank you very much. I just went blank right now. I always see her, and I love what she does. Thank you very much for your leadership also and getting these students to where they're at and many others. And keep doing what you're doing. Continue doing what you're doing. You are successful, and I'm very appreciative, and I know the board is too. Have a great one.
Board Member Flores.
Certainly. A good presentation was fantastic as always. A lot happening at Colton High, and as an alum, it's awesome to see that. I would just want to reiterate, Ms. Diaz, if you'd share your information with Mr. Abbott to send us an email on how to contribute, but also make sure you let us know what the goal is, what you need, and then when do you need it, because I'm sure time is of the essence. I think we can make something happen, so just please share that information with us as soon as you can, okay? All right.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. Well, I just have one comment. Yeah, I don't know can you go back to the slide number 14, activities under the link crew? If that's possible. If not, that's okay. There we go. Where it says link crew, freshman luau on August, it's number 14. You know, I've been in education over 30 years, and I think I've seen it all. But one picture here caught my attention. And I just want to ask right there on the right-hand side, what's that table there and that person on top? Can you explain what is happening?
So basically, it's kind of like a relay game, and it's imitating like a wave and like a surfer. So the students laid on the floor and they rolled, so it moves the table along with the surfer, and it was like a race, basically.
Thank you. I had to ask. I love it, love it. Okay, well, thank you so much. Your presentation was awesome. Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
Okay, moving on, we are now at 4.0. We have a public hearing, item 4.1, Colton Joint Unified School District, Sunshine for Association of Colton Educators, ACE. Okay, we are opening this up for public hearing. I would like to invite Assistant Superintendent Dade to present the Sunshine articles.
Good evening, Board President Flores, board members, Superintendent Dr. Miranda, and audience members. The Colton Unified School District submits the following initial proposal for 2022-23 reopeners to the collective bargaining agreement with the District of Colton Educators, ACE. The district is interested in bargaining the following articles. Article 7, Wages and Health and Welfare Benefits. Appendix 1, Provisions and Requirements Related to Salary Schedule. Appendix 2, Racial Schedule for Non-Teaching Assignments. Appendix 3, Extra Duty and Miscellaneous. Appendix 4, Coaching/Activity Pay. Appendix 6, Terms. This is not exhaustive, and the district reserves the right to make additional proposals as the negotiations progress. Additional subjects of meeting and negotiating arising after the presentation of this initial proposal shall be made public within 24 hours pursuant to Government Code 3547D. The district is also reviewing all other provisions of collective bargaining agreements for the 2022-23 school year. And so I'd like to say thank you to Christina and her team for the process that we've been going through, and it's been very collaborative, and looking forward to closing out this 2022-23 negotiation process in the near future.
Thank you. Thank you for that. We will not be closing this public hearing. Moving on to 5.0, public comment. Board Bylaw 9323 states that individual speakers shall be allowed 3 minutes to address the board on each agenda or non-agenda item. The board shall limit the total time for public input on each item to 15 minutes. With board consent, the president may increase or decrease the time allowed for public presentation depending on the topic and the number of persons wishing to be heard. The president may take a poll of speakers for or against a particular issue and may ask that additional persons speak only if they have something new to add. The Board of Education is appreciative of the public comments made by the community. However, just as a reminder, the board does not respond to public comments made during the board meetings. With that, we do have our first person coming up, Rosalie Trujillo.
Good evening, Board President Flores, Superintendent Miranda, and members of the community. I want to begin by sharing a short story. 25 years ago, in a small neighborhood in Southern California, a well-meaning member of the community and local church wanted to do some good. He had read about a shooting within the community close by and how the mothers in that neighborhood wanted to take the neighborhood back from gangs. Our community member contacted these moms and said, "How can I help?" They answered, Our kids need a safe space to go after school." So our community member did some fundraising, wrangled a few volunteers, and rented a small safe space apartment for an after-school program. On that first day, 100 students showed up. 25 years later, that well-meaning member of the community, Randy Barth, the founder and CEO of Think Together, one of the largest nonprofit organizations dedicated to after-school programs, early learning, and school improvement. Our mission is to partner with schools to change the odds for kids. My name is Rosalie Trujillo, and I'm the Director of Program and Operations here with Think Together. I'm proudly supporting the students and the families here in Colton. We have seen over the past 25 years the power of after school to change kids' lives, not only to provide them a safe space to go, but to support them in their journey towards college and fulfilling a career. This October, we will once again shine a light on the after-school programs within our Lights On After School celebration, taking place on Thursday, October 20th. I come here today to personally invite you all to join us. For this year, our hosting site will be William McKinley on the 20th from 3:30 to 5 p.m. That is where our students will be engaging in an all-star basketball sports tournament that includes Spirit Squad performances. Students will showcase the basketball skills learned, along with engaging SEL practices of positive teamwork and effective communication. Our Spirit Squad has been rehearsing to support, encourage, and empower their fellow peer athletes. Additionally, I invite you to tune into our virtual celebration to learn about the power of after-school programs. I will send Ron Perez, our ACES grant manager, all of the information to pass along to you, as I recognize that day as well is the next board meeting. During that week, there will be a series of events at all of the school sites, and that information will also be shared with you. This year, we are especially highlighting our incredible staff who work with students every day, helping them with homework, guiding them through enrichment, and being there as a mentor. Most of these staff are from Colton and are proud to give back to this community, especially in today's environment where many people opt to work from home via computer screen. These individuals who show up each day and are present for our young Colton citizens truly make an impact. These after-school professionals and students deserve our support. We hope to see each of you at our Lights On event on the 20th, again at William McKinley. Thank you.
Thank you. We are moving on to 6.0, actions items, items 6.1 through 6.43. Would any board member like for an item to be considered separately?
6.38.
Okay. Very good. Okay. I'm asking for a motion to approve action items 6.1 through 6.37, 6.39 through 6.43. Need a motion?
Second.
Okay, I have a motion by Board Member Flores and second by Board Member Fuentes to approve action items 6.1 through 6.37 and 6.39 through 6.43. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Nays. On motion by Board Member Flores and Board Member Fuentes and carried on a 6-0 vote, the board approved action items 6.1 through 6.37 and 6.39 through 6.43. Now we have item 6.38. I need a motion. Okay, Flores. And second? We have a motion by Board Member Flores and second by Board Member Fuentes to approve action item 6.38. Do we want a discussion? Comments? Okay.
This is a trip that was done before, and at the time after when everyone came back, the consensus was that the trip didn't do what it was set out to do, $80,000, and that we wouldn't spend it again to do it again, and that we were looking instead at doing the Footsteps to Freedom Underground Railroad study tour on historical empathy. And so I'm just curious as to why we're looking at spending $80,000 again if when it was done before, it would deem no value. It didn't do what it was supposed to do. And why we chose that instead of the Footsteps to Freedom tour that we had been talking about doing instead.
If board member recalls, the board, the last time we went to Gettysburg, that was more of a team building opportunity. This is different in that this is part of the leadership development seminar academy that we have in place for 28 individuals that completed. So this is the program itself and the curriculum. We've worked with Diamond Six Leadership to align that. So that way, this is the culminating trip for that. So it's a totally different vision and purpose from the last 3 years ago, because I attended that personally, was part of that. So that's the big difference. However, it doesn't mean that we cannot also look into the Footsteps to Brilliance and also look at that for a team building if the board wishes to do something like that.
I would just like to add that the Footsteps to Freedom is something that Hardy Brown and I worked closely on before in the past, and that's definitely a part of our future. But I do want to reiterate that I think the difference from what I've heard is I think we did the Gettysburg trip in this district prior, but there is a workshop experience to build capacity for certificated and classified members that we're going to take them on. It's a journey, and once again, the Gettysburg trip is the culminating activity to bring it all together, but it's really about building certificated and classified leadership capacity. And once again, the addition is we're going to interject and implement the entire curriculum this time around. It's not just a field trip.
Yeah, so I'll reiterate, the lessons of the curriculum will align to specific activities that are going to happen in Gettysburg with with Diamond Six.
So what makes it different than the last time? Weren't there activities last time?
The last time, if I recall, because I attended that, it was just team building. There wasn't a curriculum aligned or a program aligned to it.
Any other comments?
If I may, only, and I thank you, Board Member Hall, for bringing up an important point that some of us, including myself, have forgotten, and those were the conversations around the Footsteps of Brilliance,
Yes.
or Footsteps of Freedom, sorry, which happened sort of pre-pandemic, and then of course everything sort of shut down. But you're absolutely correct. I certainly hope it's not mutually exclusive, because we started that conversation under a previous administration, and what I like so much about that and why I think it's important is, it's locally based with Hardy Brown the second, and they tie it into events, activities, exhibitions. They held an exhibition at the County Museum here in San Bernardino in Redlands. And so it ties in, and it's something that would continue that's local. So there's local roots to that. There's local ties to that. Everyone that's participated in that has just talked about how transformational it is for them. I feel a little left out when I hear other districts talk about this incredible experience. The fact that this really started in our backyard with the Brown family and has grown tremendously. So I would ask that certainly these not be mutually exclusive, correct? We can.
That's absolutely correct.
And that's important to me, because I don't want to have to choose between the two, because, I think we can, and they are different, at least from what I understand. This one is focusing more on staff. Footsteps of Freedom is probably a little more broad in who would participate from a leadership standpoint,
Right.
and how we can build that into curriculum equity. So I think there's a different focus there. But anyway, having said that, whatever we need to do to re-engage in that conversation with Mr. Brown and the team that puts that together, I would really like us to do that. We've heard nothing but good things from those that have participated. So thank you, Board Member Hall, for bringing that up. That's an important point.
The $80,000 price tag, how many people are going on this trip?
Up
So-
to 28.
Yeah, there'll be 28 core people for the workshops, but we can add up to 50 people for this particular dollar amount. And so it is up to 50 people, but we're going to focus on a core of 28 teachers, non-management members, and then we will add up to 50 of other individuals that we believe, this is an application process, so we did have a high interest of a variety of people, so up to 50 people.
But the 80,000 only covers the 28.
50.
It covers 50, and that includes flight and everything
Yes, we'll take care of all of that.
for 50.
Yeah, just a quick, another question, Brandon. The 4 days that they'll be gone, school days, holiday,
It'll be June 4th, so it'll be after the last day of school. So we'll be going up after, everything is done. The regular school year is done.
thank you.
Okay, so I have again, a motion by Board Member Flores and second by Board Member Fuentes to approve action item 6.38. All those in favor say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Nays?
No.
On motion by Board Member Flores and Board Member Fuentes and carried on a 5-1 vote, the board approved action item 6.38. Okay, moving on to Item 7.0. For administrative report 7.1, are there any questions or comments from board members? Very good. Item 7.2, facilities update. There is no update today, correct, Owen? Where I saw him here.
That's correct.
That's correct, okay. ACE update. I would like to invite ACE President Parachi to present. No comment. CSEA update, President Guadarrama. I don't see, or anybody from CSEA. Okay. MAC update. No update. ROP update? No update. Okay. Moving on to 8.0, we have superintendent's communique. Dr. Moran.
Good evening, Board President, board members, members of the audience, and all those online. I have three slides here. I want to start with I'd ask for consensus for a special board meeting. We can get the next slide, please. Here we go. So as I presented earlier in an informational item, I'm asking the board to, out of these two possible dates for a special board meeting, send corresponding regarding the special board meeting to conduct my evaluation. So if I could receive consensus from the board for one of these dates, and we're looking at start time at 5:30, Tuesday, October 25th, or Thursday, October 27th, and Dr. Ken Beckler, who will be facilitating the special board meeting again in reference to my superintendent evaluation.
Is there a preference on those two dates? Both dates? Okay, I'm hearing Thursday, and Board Member Haro will be out of town for both of those dates.
Thursday's fine with me.
Okay, Thursday, okay. Okay, well, it looks like, I think we have a consensus.
Thursday, October 27th.
27th, yes. I don't know if we need to consider, board members that are out of town or just,
Yeah,
okay.
I guess we can check with her and then go from there. If I need to come back, then, yeah. We're trying to get this done, not rush. Trying to get done in by November. These were the dates provided again by Dr. Beckler, and, and I decided to postpone it due to the, situation.
Okay, well, it looks like for now Thursday, the 27th. However, we may want to check with Pat Haro and Joanne to see if there,
Okay.
and there's a need to add an additional choice. So, but for now, it looks like Thursday, October 27th.
All right. Well, we'll work out the logistics and try to make some accommodations too, for sure.
Very good. Thank you.
All right. Next slide, please, if I can. Just quickly here, tell you, copy with a cop. Yesterday, we got an opportunity, and a great opportunity to meet with the Colton Police Department. Chief Dominguez, just an awesome chief here for, well, we're in Bloomington, but for Colton. Stopped by with Officer Randolph, even though he's not in the picture because he left after he dropped off the donuts. I'm not trying to make a joke, but they were good. They were good, delicious. I hadn't had a donut for a long time. So appreciate the Colton Police Department bringing the donuts. We had the coffee. I'll tell you, we had a great conversation about that partnership that we have with not only our SROs and Campos, as you see here in the picture, who's doing a phenomenal job with board members Flores and Mr. Fuentes and yours truly there. So great conversation about how we can continue that partnership and that relationship that's so important to our community. So again, I'd like to publicly thank Chief Dominguez for taking the time to visit the district office and staff, and just looking forward to the continued relationship. I got to show off my Legos. So I love Legos. I got to show them, and they were in awe. Okay, so next slide, please. And then the last, I continue to just highlight this because I'm so excited. We're only a few weeks away from the first Student Advisory Council, the Superintendent Advisory Council that we're starting this year. Again, the council, the Advisory Council, the purpose is to, I want feedback from our students. We want to amplify student voice. We know that it's so important, especially today. I want to hear from our students. So we've had some great, I would say recruits, even though we're not going to boot camp. But, you know, we're definitely going to be having great conversation. The council, again, is going to be comprised by 11th and 12th graders from now. We're going to be expanding every year. And we're going to meet several times a year. I'll be traveling to the high schools. And we have our first meeting next week. And just look forward to it. And so I'm just extremely excited to listen to our students and learn from them. Because I'll tell you that reverse mentoring works. And I want to learn and keep learning from what our kids and students and our young people. I have a 15-year-old at home, so he teaches me every day something new. So that's why I'm very excited learning from our kiddos here. And they're not kiddos, they're young men and women. So anyways, with that, that is my superintendent's communique this evening, and I'll turn it back over to you.
Thank you, Dr. Miranda. 9.0, we have board member comments coming up, starting with board member Ibarra. Board member Flores. Board member Fuentes.
One quick comment, just wanted to say, thank you to our teachers. I know we had Teachers Appreciation Day yesterday, and I'm just going to read something real quick here. It says, they guide us, they support us, they inspire us, they teach us. Today is a day to thank them and to say Happy Teachers Day. And for me, Teachers Day is every day. God bless you all, to all our administrators and all our staff. Have a great one.
Board member Sandoval. Board member Haro.
No comment.
And myself, I have no comment tonight. I would like to, and before we enter into closed session, the board would like to observe a moment of silence in memory of Grimes teachers, Mike Mollis' daughter and granddaughter, Ashley Gilroy, and Marlee Maldonado, who recently passed away. Thank you for that. The board will now adjourn into closed session to discuss items listed on the closed session agenda. Okay, we are back from closed session. Item 11.1, student discipline. There were 2 student discipline items presented in closed session. Is there a motion to uphold the expulsion orders as presented? Haro and Fuentes. I have a motion by Board Member Haro and a second by Board Member Fuentes to uphold the expulsion orders as presented. All those in favor say aye. Nay? Okay. On motion of Board Member Haro and Board Member Fuentes, carried in a 6-0 vote, the board upheld the expulsion order of 2 student discipline items as presented. Number 1042217 and 1078574. Item 11.2, on a motion by Board Member Flores and second by Board Member Fuentes, the board approved the following: certificated regular staff, 9, the science teacher, music teacher, counselor, RSP teacher, Sycamore Hills, teacher, Sycamore Hills, school nurse, PPS, math teacher, Grand Terrace High School, English teacher, Terrace Hills Middle School, PE teacher, District Office, ESD, TK6. We have classified management, we have 3, I'm sorry, the others 2, because 2 were removed. Nutrition Services Manager, with only 1, Nutrition Services Manager, Hermosa Center. Classified coaches, 4, Pep Squad Assistant Co-ed, Head Junior Varsity Football Boys, Varsity Football Assistant Boys, Junior Varsity Football Assistant Boys. Volunteer coaches, 8, Band Co-ed 4, Wrestling Co-ed, Baseball Boys, Cheer Co-ed, Soccer Girls. Volunteers, 33. In closed session, on a motion of Board Member Sandoval, second by Board Member Haro, and on a 6-0 vote, the board appointed the following: Lori Walton, Assistant Principal, Middle School, Ruth O'Harris, Middle School. We are adjourning at 8:01.